Hello everybody. I've turned up again, like the proverbial bad penny, as they say, and this time I have a journal which I've made for a swap in another group. A lady wanted a boho gypsy type theme, something I have to say which is probably out of my comfort zone. I'm more of a vintage shabby type of person, but having said that, this was quite fun and quite nice to do something very different. So this is my take on it. The fabrics, I've bought the different pieces of material, and on the cover I have machined them, or some glued, some machined, which you'll see in a moment when I take this off. But first of all, the tassel. This is my take on a tassel. I did watch Tracy Fox, thank you Tracy, some of the idea I got from there. So I have beads on this little piece here. I tied it with wax string, as Tracy does, to give it a nice tight hold, and a little key on there. Different ribbons to match in with it. My partner likes purples and sparkles, and I put a couple of my boho beads in here. To match in with that. You can see those. So that's the tassel. The fastening is seam binding, which I've dyed with Tim Holtz inks, and that's just wrapped around and done in there. Sorry, I've just moved the camera and that's not clever. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so as I say, the cover is different pieces of fabric that I've picked up from various places, and this trim, the coins, which I've added onto this piece of fringing down the bottom. It's not in frame. Okay, so that's that piece. The back I've left fairly plain. It's actually a file folder base, and then I've put calico on. And this calico I've used lots of glimmer mists and sprays in this one, which I've not tended to do before either. So these are all sprayed with glimmer mists or sprays of one sort or another. And so I left that fairly plain to pick up the colours, just with the one picture on the back there. I've used pieces from two kits in this one. There's Screech Owl Studios and also Amy Joy Studios. I'll show you those as we go along. So we open up. As I say, I have done lots of spraying on this one, which is something very different for me. And stamping in the corner there. Pocket also of the material. Little piece of lucky heather I put in there. Not a real one, obviously, but that's that one. And a card, a Gypsy love song, tucked in there. This card was amongst some that were sent to me in Iraq, and I thought they matched in lovely with the colours. So we open up here one of the pictures there. This piece is from the kits, as I say, either Screech Owl or Amy Joy. Little piece of spare paper here, which says the task ahead of us is never as great as the power behind us. That just tucks in there. There's another little pocket here, and this is doing what you like is freedom, liking what you do is happiness. And that tucks in there, that's for journaling there. And then this paper bag I've put here with a tag, and on the back of the tag the story begins. I've also done quite a lot of machine stitching in this one. Again, something fairly new to me. I'm not much of a sewer, but it was quite fun. This again was in some of the bundles of material that I'd received, and then a piece of gold mesh, and then a trim down the middle. This one I've pleated at the back. Another card there, and this one is that this book belongs to. Another piece from the kit, which I've just done a piece of stamping on the top. This was already on here, nice for journaling. and Gypsy Love Song. Quite a few of these I've just left plain because they're just, I think they're quite pretty on their own. They don't really need much else. Another one here, which is a picture that I've just added to a page that was sprayed with stamping again in the corners. Again, I've added lines to this one and corner stamps. This one from the kit, some eyelash trim to pick up the colours in the picture, and some trim there, blingy trim. She likes bling, and that's a pocket in there. This one I've done, which pulls out, little safety pin here with, save that, safety pin with the little beads and a little piece of book page, a trim and a bit of crochet there. And that piece just folds, opens out. There's a pocket in there which I put a spare piece of card in, or paper in there from the kits. And that closes down there. This is heat embossing down here, which is a rather nice gold. Lace trim down the edge of this piece, and some eyelash trim and a little piece of seam binding at the back of this one. Pieces of material on this one, that one there, this here, and then I've just added this Gypsy Love Song and some more of the pretty trim there. On this one we've got a lace pocket, which is a very light sort of lilac colour, and a little tab there with the purple sparkly bits, and I've added a little star to that one. This one, I added this tag, which is in the kit, to an envelope, and actually when I coffee dyed this envelope it did come adrift, and I was going to glue that up again, but actually thought when I looked at it, actually that's quite handy because that could just be a little private piece for journaling, so I've just left that as it is. Lots of stitching around here again, as you'll see. A paper clip holding this corner one. This one says live well, laugh often and love much. That's a little flip down, and then that's just a sparkly paper clip which goes true to form. When you're filming it doesn't want to go, so I'll add that afterwards. Another, I think this is a lovely picture with the Gypsy caravan. These were little cards that I've just joined together and made a little tuck spot there. More stamping on these. This one I've just left this just, it's not a pocket, it's just the paper joined, sewn together. Because I thought they were just both very pretty, with a tab trim on there with a little star again on there. Some more sparklies on that. And this one, I've done some ribbon weaving on this one. I've had some punches for absolutely ages. I've no idea where they came from or how long I've had them, but that was a bit of ribbon weaving I've done on that one there, and just two pictures which are stuck down. This is a altered paper clip, which was again given to me, and I didn't think the lady would mind that gifted it to me because it matches in so nicely with all the other pieces. More corner stamping on here. This one, because she likes bling, I've added this rather lovely sparkly, I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up, probably not, but that's very sparkly piece there. This little one from the kit, which I've tucked into this corner, or you could just pop things in there as well. That's a belly band, so you could put it either way. This one, happiness card, today's happiness, which you can fill in there. This one I've put on a piece of washi which flips up, so she can also either write or add a photo or whatever underneath there. Another lovely picture, I think that's very pretty, this one there. And this trim, I think, matches rather nicely with that. Another belly band, two cards in here, which just say take a moment. They're both the same. one just comes out of there as well. This is the middle of it, and I've made 2 pockets here. These both open up. Both of them have a spare piece of journaling paper in there, and they are edged with sparkly washi tape. And in the middle I've got 2 little charms. One is love and one is a hand, like a palm, which I thought was appropriate for the Gypsy theme. Another belly band and another piece just for journaling. That lovely picture, that's the one that's on the back as well. I think that's very pretty. More stamping. This very blingy page, this one. Pieces on there over a book page and another piece of the gold trim. And this tag, which I've added a piece of the tassel to. A little piece of washi tape, so because it's stapled on that one. And this is also a belly band in here, so something can be tucked in there as well as that pocket. This also is open here for putting things in there. And this is a piece I've just folded back on itself, so it's you can see the whole page there, which is rather lovely. Another piece of this lovely blingy paper, which it's a shame it doesn't seem to be picking up too much on camera, but it's very sparkly. Another little card saying fortune teller, which I thought was nice with this page opposite. So that just tucks in there, washi tape down here. That one I've left completely plain, so again can be written on or something added to it. A tag here with sparkly eyelash trim. For some reason I want to call it horsehair and I've no idea why, but it's eyelash trim, isn't it? And another card, a bit more ribbon weaving on this one, and there, and stamping. Another one from the kit, sewn together, and that one, and a card I've added on here, which says today, and it says, how would you describe the day you had? Probably best to wait until you've had a good day to fill that in. And these, I was going to make a little book out of these, but I just thought they were so pretty as they are, so I've just tucked that one in there, and that could actually be joined and made a book from if my partner wanted to do that. Another lovely picture there. This one here is a spare piece from the kit, one of the kits again, which I've just tucked in that pocket there. This is a piece of, it's like a gold mesh, which I've actually put on to acetate. I've joined that onto acetate to make it a bit firmer, and then added the lace and the sparkly button types again. Another pocket here with a card which says thankful moments for her to fill in, and some rather pretty trim there. This one, this paper clip, I actually found in one of our paper chase shops, and I thought the fact that it's picking up the kind of same iridescent colours were very pretty. And on the other side of that is a little bag, and I've tucked in here my attempt at humour here. The card says that the Gypsy Road, which is obviously it's a Gypsy caravan, so I've added a ticket which says go by bus. So yes, that's just my little nod to a bit of humour. More lace and trim on this one, and another little star there. Another lovely picture. More for journaling, more of that gold embossing. 2 more pockets from that lovely sparkly paper, which was actually from my stash, and another one, a tag, which I've just tucked in there, backed onto coffee dyed paper, or tea dyed, I'm not sure which now, but another one. And this one I've just put a couple of pieces of washi tape holding this. This one says memory and the other one says journey. This piece here, what I actually did with this was the piece at the beginning, this one, Gypsy Love Song, and it's the journaling. The other, I actually did 2 copies of these, and I did them back to back, so we've got the same thing, front and back. Took this one nearly at the back here, a little piece of, again I've put this bit, this is another little piece with sparkly goldy sequins on, onto acetate to give that some substance, with this ticket, an envelope, Wonders of the Circus, with a piece there that can be tucked into, and in here we've got a card with the stars and sort of an astrological type thing, which I thought kind of matched in with the travelling gypsy type thing. An envelope here which I've joined on. This is open at the back, so something can be tucked in there, and inside just a little picture of a little girl with the, it's sort of the hairband thing, which I thought kind of matched in with the theme. That's just tucked in there, and then when that goes in, that holds that closed. Piece of purple trim, or purple trim, and a piece of ribbon on this one here, just edging this lovely piece from the one of the kits. And the back one here is just a piece, nothing inside, just open, and you can open that one out and this one, so it gives plenty of room there for journaling, and that just closes down there. That's the back, and that's it. That's the journal. I hope my partner likes it. As I say, it's something very different for me, but quite fun. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.